These three high elves you see in the screen right now signify the beauty and sheer glamour of the high elf race. These three high elves are avid supporters of the high government known as the Thalmor. The Thalmor in a lot of people's eyes are the enemies, the bad guys, the people we should be fighting, but the simple minds of Tamriel cannot see the bigger picture. The Thalmor want nothing more in the world than to direct the free people of every country and steer them forward on the path to success and glory. Today, my Elder Scrolls loving friends, I am going to teach you all the reasons why you should stick your nose into the efforts of the Thalmor. Give you all them glorious reasons on why being a high elf is better than being this filthy looking Khajiit right here. Look at him. Nasty chef hat to be on. What's the crack with it, High? Look at it. It's disgusting. I'm going to demonstrate to you through the power of some excellent points on why you should consider joining the Thalmor. In my opinion, the Thalmor are the only group you should consider being with. Not the Stormcloaks, not the Forsworn, not the Empire, or even a small bandit gang. The Thalmor needs you, but only if you are an elf, or more specifically a high elf. The high elves are the perfect race. So without further ado, let's shoot right into this, and I just want you all to know that Maik isn't a Thalmor supporter, so I had him locked up in solitude like the filthy usurper and traitor he is. So let's get one thing straight. When you are converting over to being a part of the Thalmor program, you need only be an elf. I'm not saying we are a group of elven supremacists, I'm just stating fact. Elves in the long run are much better at being alive. We are the most beautiful, complex creatures. Our skin is a beautiful yellow. We are tall. We have the finest warriors and mages all around all of Tamriel. Alinor is the greatest country in all of Nirn. We have time after time defeated foe and strong enemy that has seeked to take it on Tamriel. But this point isn't about that. It's about being a high elf and why it's so damn good. We like to have our armies looking valiant and gorgeous, and with being a part of the Thalmor program, you want to look your finest, so make sure you are tall, make sure you are ready to fight the good fight. You will wear a pair of fine-tuned robes or elven steel to portray our race and show off our colours, black being them valiant colours because nothing shouts elven beauty like some dark black robes. So once you are a high elf, you are tall, and you have the capabilities to fight and torture innocent people, come on over to one of the embassies and we will get you started. We are all over. We have embassies in Alinor, Valenwood, Skyrim, Cyrodiil, you name it. Joining was never this easy. Now, to become as great as the Thalmor have, you have to do a few great things to get there. Some of the Thalmor's greatest accomplishments on Nirn have come from saving the world multiple times, and when I say multiple, I mean multiple. Literally, I just mean two. You may not remember. You might have been a young Nordling in Skyrim or Imperial in Cyrodiil, a Breton in High Rock, who knows? But we older and great high elves know the event as the Void Knights. Some mysterious evil force ripped Massor and Secunda right out of our skies and for some reason didn't want to give them back. Now, we can't tell you exactly how, but all you need to know is that the Thalmor, with the use of some heavy magic and great spell craftsmanship, got them right back into the skies. That was us that did that. We gave the Khajiit back their gods. All us. Nobody else. No weird force or natural habitat, anything. Just the pure greatness of the Thalmor. And that's not the only thing. Quite possibly the most devastating thing to ever happen to Nirn was the Oblivion Crisis, where Dae sent his armies to try and take over Nirn. Once standing here in Alinor, we had a great structure known as the Crystal Tower, and this tower soared so high it stood above the clouds. We fought wave after wave of Daedra, and they even managed to take down our tower with the help of evil Daedric siege weapons. But in the end, who prevailed? None other than us, the Thalmor. We killed so many Daedra, they had no choice but to stop their invasion. We came out the victors and winners and drove Dae right out of Tamriel. Once again, the Thalmor accomplishes world peace, and the Empire wants to do nothing more than to stunt this and the rest of Men men too. This is why elves will always be better, because men couldn't handle this, but the elves who had hundreds of years of combat experience could, and that's something you should consider when joining the Thalmor. That was all us. It is probably no surprise to you listening to this, but men are weak, like super weak. Men are inferior compared to us elves. Along with men having less combat experience, elves live much longer lives, reproduce better, hundreds of extra years of experience. A high elf in one generation might say 6 to 7 generations of one man's family. They just aren't as great as we high elves are. We are also so beautiful. Elves never look old or bad and will always keep looking this young and feeble for hundreds of years, and men get old in only a few decades. That is no way to live. Another reason men are inferior comes from their constant need for power and vengeance. There was once a usurper who the normal man named a divine, but we put a stop to that. We will get to that later, but this one man decided to try and take over the world one day. He even went as far as going to Valen, where the Bosmer being excellent allies to us here, and butchering as many Altmer and Bosmer as he could while they were defending themselves. It's a tragedy we can never forget or forgive. This one man, Tiber Septim as he was known, caused too much bloodshed and chaos that day, and it's something we can't ever let happen again, and that is a great reason why Men Cant Lead. Men tried to take over all by creating a group known as the Empire, but we put a stop to that when we won the Great War, and forced them to sign a treaty known as the White Gold Concordat. This treaty is what we stand and live by, and will be one of the most important things you need to remember when joining the Thalmor. So let me explain a bit more. We forced the Empire to disband from the war and follow our rules. We also got rid of the false supporting groups for Tiber Septim, a false deity that the normal stupid man decided to make a thing. There are only 8 divines and man is not one of them. We proved this by winning the war, so make sure to report any Talos worshippers you see to the nearest Justicar group. They will get rid of them swiftly and with justice. We are aiming for a better and more united Tamriel by getting rid of any and all resistance that tries to stop us from being the good guys and seeking out a better future for all the countries united together. One of these groups are a hard-headed bunch in Skyrim, for example, known as the Stormcloaks, but they are just about done. The Empire will finish them off for us. They are our lackeys after all. We also defeated them, a much stronger and hard-headed group of people, and if we could stop them, we can stop anyone. When being part of the Thalmor, our law is rule, and you make sure no matter what you do that you enforce it to the absolute best of your abilities, for being a part of the Thalmor is the only way. Wow, that was just too much to do. Please, for the love of God, do not take anything I just said seriously. If you do, and some of you will, stop it. Get some help. The Thalmor are a bit too much elven supremacy for my tastes, but I'm sure some of you like them. But it was fun to try and defend their side. I don't think I'll do it again. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and please leave a like and subscribe for more Elder Scrolls content. If you did, it always helps me out. As always, I hope you have a great day, week, month, or year, and I'll see you all next time.